Hey, it's Troy here, and welcome to our May edition to Hustle and Heart. And today we've got two incredibly fun, entertaining, professional jokesters with us today that are dear, that become dear friends of mine over the last 4 years being here. And they just always make you smile. When you see them and talk to them, they just force you to smile. And so it's my honor and privilege to be here with Charles and Scotty Lowry today. So Charles and Scotty, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome. And thank you guys both so much for being here. I know how busy you are. Right before this, gosh, we were chatting briefly, and Scotty's telling me, like, dude, Troy, today's like moving day for me, man. I got a lot going on. So, all right. So we're going to get through this. But again, today is all about just sharing the hustle and the heart that go into what you do each and every day. And so I'll just dive right in. First question, and you've heard this question before. Who are you outside of real estate, and how does that person show up for your clients?
I don't know if I think, and it won't surprise you, Troy, to hear this, that we're actually kind of the same, whether we're doing real estate or we're not. It's the same us, and we feel pretty strongly that for us at least, it's not something you can just leave at the office. It goes with us everywhere. We've picked up new clients hiking in the mountain preserve, and you can be bowling, you can do anything, and it's still real estate is with you all the time. And we kind of live it and breathe it all day, every day, and it's the same.
One of my, I'll sneak in here too.
Yeah.
One of my most favorite parts of the jobs is the client cultivation, the client relationships. I feel it very strongly that every single one of our clients is one of my best friends, and every person I meet out in the world is my best friend. Going along with that, I think the relationship cultivation is probably my strongest point of viewpoint in our real estate business. And I whether I'm working or whether I'm having dinner, that is always front of brain, to make the person I'm with feel the most important, the most special person on this planet to me. Taking that into the real estate portion too, they just go hand in hand. So to have that separation is just non-existent.
Yeah, I love that both you guys are saying the same thing, and you live it every day. There are two things to think about, and you guys do this. These are two things to live by. One is go through every day knowing that you still have yet to meet your best friend. Right. The next person you meet may end up being your best friend, and it's cool that you said that you're already doing that. The second piece is leave every conversation with the other party you're talking to or that you've met walking away thinking, wow, I got a tremendous amount out of that conversation or out of that relationship. Because there's two sides to every conversation. One of them is going to leave ahead, and make sure you're the one that helps that person leave ahead. And it sounds like you guys are both doing that already as well. So I love that. But you guys you're lifestyle real estate agents. And there's a handful of folks in our organization that I talk to. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I see you, or when I see a Nicole Demas or a Navon Angarola. All these great people in our organization, they're lifetime real estate professionals. The two blend together. The two are one. It's not, I've got to go to my job today. It's like, I'm just going to live my life today. And that's Absolutely. What you guys do so well. So let me ask you this.
In all these relationships, they teach us how to be a better real estate agent as well. So it goes hand in hand.
I love that. Well, tell me, why did you choose real estate? And after telling me why you chose it, why are you still choosing it today?
So it ties in perfectly to the first one. I know for me, and then it fits our personality so well. It's not, we don't have to make an effort at it. It's just an extension of our natural personalities. We're this way anyways. We're both extroverted. We both love our people. I don't know what else I would do, because both of us get to wake up each day just being ourselves, and we get paid to help other people. I mean, It's kind of crazy how well it matches our personalities.
Yeah, I was in a hair business, a cosmetology business for 25 years. So my body kind of finished up with that career, and there was only one choice to go from there to
Yeah.
maintain what I had done for the 25 years, which is sell myself, and how good of a hairstylist I was. Going into real estate was a no brainer. And especially with someone like Charles to guide me and coach me and mentor me through the last 7 years, it's my calling. It's not work. It's what I'm supposed to do.
Dude, how awesome is that? It's my daughter's 16, and we always have these conversations with her saying, look, go find something you love to do and the money will follow and you never work another day, right? And that's what you
Right.
guys have found, working together, because you're always in a great mood every time I see you. And I sneak up on you guys sometimes and you're still laughing and in a great mood. It's not like you're turning it on. It's just who you are. It's who you are, whether it's hanging out at a happy hour or I pop into the office, or whatever it might be. And it's infectious. And I know your clients feel that, which is why you both do so very well in real estate. So speaking of that, what do you do consistently that you think most agents are avoiding, or maybe they're making excuses around, but whatever you're doing consistently that has helped elevate your success?
Well, it seems super basic to me, but maybe it needs to be reinforced. We have a CRM that reminds us of phone calls we need to make. We have goals of how many calls we want to make each day or each week, and even to see people face to face. We call it a pop by. Go see them. Go visit them.
Yeah.
Uh, and even though we talk about how much we love the people, if you haven't talked to somebody in a couple months, they could be drifted out of your mind a little bit, and then it pops up on your CRM. Hey, you need to call this person. Like, oh my gosh, we haven't talked to them in a couple months, and just that little reminder. Um, I don't know how you could be in any kind of sales, but real estate sales, without non-negotiables with regards to how much you're going to stay in contact with people. Some people choose cold calling and they do whatever 100 cold calls a day. It's acceptable. You can find your own path, forward. For us, we're very relational. We want to maintain those relationships, and it's sincere. So when the name pops up on the screen, it's not a cold sales call. We're calling somebody that we care about, and we're just checking in on them to see how they're doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we do have standards there, I guess, for how many we're going to do, and
Of
make
course.
sure we're staying it properly. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, client appreciation is probably in my thinking. Client appreciation is the number one thing that anybody should be doing, that is in real estate,
Mhm.
or
Mm-hmm.
actually not any sales position.
Yeah.
It's the client relationship is huge. Client appreciation is huge. You need to make anyway have to make our clients feel as special as possible, because
Yeah.
they know 10 to 15 other people who know 10 to 15 other people. So cultivating those relationships is, again, that's what I use. Cultivating relationships is my number one goal in our business. Is what I do. It's what I love to do. And just like Charles said, it's not working. It's calling my best friend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're doing it, right. So
Well,
it's easy. It comes easy for me.
Well, I'm going to give an example here in a second. So I got a birthday card from you guys just about a few weeks ago. So I'm clearly in your CRM, and it's funny you bring that up, because it's still on my desk, you guys. That was a few weeks ago, but it's sitting over here. That's what I was looking for. But I'll just say this: many people don't use CRMs in our business, and I want to rip what's left of my hair out because of that, because you guys can see how powerful that is. Your database is your gold mine. Your friends
Right.
want to buy from friends. Friends want to help friends. It's not a cold call. And when you have reminders that come up, when you're using your CRMs effectively, reminders are coming up going, hey, it's such and such's birthday. It's their anniversary. It's their dog's birthday. It's their house anniversary. It is the day they graduated college. When you have a loaded CRM, oh my gosh, those people will never leave you because you're always in their face being authentic, just like you said. You just said being authentic. It's not like I'm trying to sell you something. It's, hey, I'm checking in with you.
Right.
You're a friend of mine. I care
Yeah.
about you. I'm thinking about you. And it's, I could tell you the adoption rates for CRM just in our organization alone. You would fall over if I told you that, because to run a good, consistent business where you can generate revenue on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, and broaden your database continually and consistently, you have to use a CRM. And so it's no surprise that you guys are using your CRM and you're treating it like the number one highest priority in your day as well, clearly.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
love that.
I have a story to go with that. We went to
Sure.
a friend. We went to a friend's birthday party on Saturday evening, and I sat down with him. Now he's quite a popular Raul.
Oh yeah.
He's quite a popular dude, and we just got to talking. And I was like, 2 years ago, because it had been close to 2 years since we have seen him. And I said, 2 years ago, you and your partner were looking about buying a house. How did that go? And he goes, have I called you yet? We don't have a house yet then. So it's just that
I love it.
yeah, if you're not using that CRM, I don't know how you can maintain all your relationships, because it was, we haven't seen each other for 2 years, but in that 2 years, he has gotten birthday cards, he has gotten texts from us, and just, and maybe once every other month. But it meant so much to him that he looked straight at me and said, "Have I called you yet? Then we don't have a house."
Yeah. Yeah. And let's talk about that. How much does it cost for you to text him and say something? Oh, that's right. It's free. I'm sorry. I was getting away from myself there, but literally, I mean, look, CRMs can cost money depending on what you're using. Our company has 3 different CRMs you can use if you want to. But it's you're putting the sweat equity into that, and that pays in dividends because you're authentic, you're genuine, and you absolutely want to help them, because it feels good to help people. It feels good to serve others, and you guys have always gotten that, which I love.
So Troy, we have one more with regard. If we're doing all this talk about the CRM, and then specifically for us, we have been doing Buffini. Well, I've been in Buffini coaching for like 20 years or something, and
Oh yeah.
so I have a coach that I pay for who's going to call me every 2 weeks, and we're going to talk about the CRM. That's like most all the phone call is
Yeah.
what has been going on. We track not just how many calls you made, the notes, all that. Our sales, all my sales are in there. The activity, um, everything that for the business is in there. But the non-negotiable would be the accountability part.
Yeah.
Knowing that the coach is going to be asking all these questions, and I'm paying for it. Like, so there's skin in the game there, And
That makes
yeah,
a
but
difference.
yeah, accountability is big, and I know Rick Barabee was helping me for a long time. He's so good at that to call and check in, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a free thing at Berkshire. Like I pay Buffini for
It
it,
is.
but Rick will do it for free, So yeah, take
Yeah.
advantage of it that Berkshire is
Oh,
offering.
yeah. And by the way, Rick's not free. Trust me. But yes, he is to you. Yeah. No, I mean, and thank you for bringing that up. I'm not here to pitch our company right now, but thanks for bringing that up. We do have Rick here, and Rick was a coach for many, 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 many years in one of the ferry organizations, as you guys know. And then a lot of our managers are to the level to where they've seen enough scenarios to where they're getting to be better and better coaches as well. So, and then we've got an education department. We've got it all here. We want to make sure that all that's available. But to your point, Scotty, sometimes, I'm sorry, Charles, it does make a difference when you're paying for it on a monthly basis, which is why a lot of people do that. They're like, you know what? No, I have to pay for it. Therefore, because I know I'm going to do more if I do that. So what I should do is,
Yeah.
you're telling me that I should start having Rick charge.
Yeah.
Right.
Kidding. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Not doing that. So tell me this. I mean, business hasn't always been easy, and it hasn't always fallen out of the sky for you. Looking back, what was maybe a turning point that changed how you operate your business? And Charles, I mean, you go back with Buffini 20 years. So, I mean, maybe that was the turning point, or maybe there was something inside of that 20 years that you experienced and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to change everything I'm doing, and I need to do this. What was that in your life?
Yeah, it's been almost 30 years. I started in 97, so there's not one, there's lots of turning points. Depending on, I call it seasons in life, and if you have young children at home or they're grown or, what all these little seasons that you go through. Um, but I will say for me, one was I went through a season, so to speak, where I was basically a full time dad. I kind of put the real estate on hold for a couple of years. I was a full time dad for my kids. And one of my clients' friends called and she was in a panic. She said, Charles, I know you're not working right now, but my house is on the market and this agent is giving me all this advice and nothing, everything's just not going well. And I'm not comfortable with it. Just please, Charles, help me with this. And so we talked through it and I'm like, oh my God, I don't mean to say anything bad, but I disagree completely with what this guy is saying. I think you should be doing this, this, and this. And she goes, that's what I was thinking. And I'm like, well, just try it. And she did, and it sold the next week. Like it was sold within a
Wow.
week of that. And she's like, Charles, thank you so much. But anyways, I realized going back to the beginning, it's my calling. And it's not just like I was there for the kids, but realizing that the world, like there's people out there who they need me. They need someone who knows the business inside and out and truly, truly cares about them, not just looking for a paycheck. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I felt kind of bad that I wasn't there to help her. And yeah, we're still super tight friends to this day. And she knows. I actually decided to go back to work after that call. I was like, okay, part time, I guess you could say, but I was like, all right, no, this is unacceptable. Yeah. Um,
Mine isn't so much as a turning point as it was a aha moment.
Okay.
It was last year. We have this family who the mother, the daughter, the son all have families. They were the whole family's real estate agent. And I was busy one day, so Charles had to take them out to go look at houses. And they come back. She gives Charles a call, and when I took him out to look at houses as well, she calls Charles the next day and says, Charles, maybe you should let Scotty show houses from now on because he's a lot more fun than you.
yeah.
That was my aha moment where, oh, I am good at this. I am good at my role in this, my job in this role, that nobody can do, not someone of 30 years in real estate can do. That was my aha moment of just, okay, I'm good. I'm good at this.
Yeah, I love that, and it's so. And you guys both remember those times vividly. And the cool thing when you find those areas where there was turning points, there's so much learning that came out of that for both of you. For example, Charles, you're like, okay, I'm going back to work. I'm going back. I'm going back out. That changed your life. Scotty, for you, it's like, hey, wait a minute. I don't need to have a confidence issue, man. I am good at this. I'm better than most at this, and
Yeah.
and that gave you that that you needed to continue to build on the successes that you've had. Being a stylist in the salon industry as well. I mean, look, man, you were serving full time on that. Multiple people, like rapid fire, some for 30 minutes, some for 3.5 hours. You had a lot going on at any given moment. And that's an incredible skill set you learned, especially getting into real estate. So pretty dang cool. All right. Well, I got one final question for you guys. And this is kind of the fun one. What are two non-negotiable tips that you guys do each and every day, each and every month, each and every year, whatever it is, that help you win in real estate long term? What are those two tips?
Well, go ahead.
Consistency with customer or client relations, first
Mm-hmm.
and foremost. Every week it's notes, calls, and pop-bys. That's just what I
Mm-hmm.
do. We do
Mm-hmm.
anywhere between 5 to 15 notes a week. We do anywhere between 25 to 50 calls a week. And that is a non-negotiable. It is what happens every single week, to stay top of mind, to make sure my clients know they're the most special people in our life. The second one,
Well, for me, I'll do the second one then,
okay,
because that's obvious. But the other thing, because I've been in real estate a long time, I know that there's bad days in real estate too, or bad weeks or months or whatever. I mean, it's like this all the time. And so for me, I need to keep a positive mindset. So I make a big effort. It's a non-negotiable for me, the positive mindset. I'm really big. I don't watch the news. I know what's going on in the world. You don't need to watch the news to know what's going on in the world. And I'm very big on audiobooks, podcasts, but I feed my brain positive stuff all day, every day, to make sure that I'm able to show up at my very, very best for my clients when I'm in front of them. And real estate, no matter what the media might say, oh, real estate's this or that, it's not. People always are buying and selling homes, no matter what is going on in the world. People always have to make a move for whatever reason, and it's always going on. And if you have that right mindset of helping people, your job is to navigate the waters, whatever it is that's going on, whether the sea is calm or it's stormy or whatever. You're the professional. You're the one that needs to know how to get through that. And so I think keeping your mindset on your A game, that's a non-negotiable for sure.
Both of those points are fantastic. I'm going to start with you, Scotty, where you're talking about, these are my non-negotiables. I have to make calls. I have to write notes. We talk about the basics. The reasons the basics are called the basics because they work, because they do exactly what they're supposed to do. It's so hard, and they're less sexy than the other things, and so people want to do less. I want to do more happy hours. Wouldn't we all? But I need to make these calls first. I need to get these notes out first because that's really going to make the biggest difference in my business. The happy hour I might pick up a client there, but I really don't know. What I do know is if I do these two things, that will make a difference in my business. I know that for sure. That's how I make my money. It's how I earn my living. And so I love that. And I love when people talk about the basics, because a lot of people are like, it's too basic. I don't want to touch on it. No, touch on it, because we all need to hear it, because we're all not doing it enough, So I think that's fantastic. And I want to touch on mindset. We can't control what happens to us.
Right.
We can control how we feel about what happens to us. And it's difficult. We know that those things are out of our control. Somebody can say something to us and make us feel bad. Okay. Where we struggle is, I don't want to feel bad. How do I get out of that? Right. And how you get out of that is by saying, okay, that happened to me. I can't change that. I need to get to neutral so I can get back into drive. I need to understand. I need to process. I need to debrief, and I need to get to neutral so I can move forward, because really what happens next is more important than what already happened to me. And you touched on that with your positive mental attitude, with always being in the right mindset, because you're right. Real estate is a roller coaster. And as salespeople, we're a little more emotional than other people. And it's so hard because, tell me this, you have a bad day in real estate. It's like, oh my gosh, that was horrible. That was a tough day. Next day, another bad day. Oh my gosh. By the third day, you're going, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Well, you've only done it 30 years, so I think you're cut out for it. But as emotional salespeople, we really question our own ability, because we just keep getting beat up and beat up and beat up. And then you know what happens? Then we have a client say, thank you again, man. By the way, I've got a referral for you. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm built for this,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So, but those things are so important. The consistency, the basics, and then getting to that positive mental attitude of just getting stabilized and then moving forward after a rough day, because there are a lot of rough days in real estate. Real estate is not easy. And it's people like you that make the client feel like it's easy, which is exactly why you're so masterful at what you do, because it's hard. It is real. Most people don't understand that you're driving people around in your car, spending your gas, your time, buying them lunches, buying dinners for something that may never happen.
Right.
That's all on you,
I have this thing. It's kind of funny. It's kind of what you just said, like, that there's stuff that's happening to us. And one of the ways that I've been able to help, I had a lot. February was one, like, it was just this crushing, devastating news kept coming my way. I was like, whoa, it was a lot. And and I had to somehow get out of it. And it was like, well, it was overwhelming. But I'm so happy now because the positive mindset, it's a little bit like going to the gym and lifting weights. The more consistent you are, the easier it'll be to jump out of it. And if you slack for a while and you let it go, then you won't be quite as strong at it. But now, until I'm very strong right now, back to where I should be. But I think of it as that feeling, as an energy. And when it feels yucky, to me, I feel like I've kind of stepped in the wrong lane, so to speak. I'm like, whoa, I need to get back over here. This is the feel good spot. And so I just allow it to be, yeah, I don't like that very much. It is what it is. And it's real, it's fine. But this is real too. And I like it over here a lot better. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just don't give it the attention that maybe I otherwise would have. And I go, nope, I'm gonna get back over in this lane here. That feels so much better. And it's amazing how quick things will turn around. You said bad days. Doesn't have to be a bad day. Doesn't have to be a bad 30 seconds. You can literally flip it around instantly.
Yeah.
The whole thing, no matter how bad it is, you can turn it into a good day just like that. It's amazing how fast it can change.
We don't have a lot of choices in our life, but we do have a choice and the ability to process and move through. Whether we feel good about it or not, we can still move through it and get to, like you said, the other side where you need to be. And that's exactly what you guys do so well. Because again, I've yet to see you guys have a bad day. I've yet to see you guys not be happy. And I feel like every time I see you, I don't feel like it's an act. I feel like it's really genuine. I think you guys are just happier people than most people in the world, not just in real estate, but in the world. And it really helps you in your career as well. And look, those that are still watching, don't take the point away. You just got to look and act happy all the time, the fake it till you make it. Okay, there's some truth to some of that, but it's nothing like, hey, look, I can fake it till I make it, but I genuinely need to be happy. So what do I need to do to genuinely be happy in what I'm doing today? Well, I know if I can help 3 people buy a home this week, they're going to be happy and I'm going to be pretty friggin' happy. I mean, start looking at it that way and you can really change how you think and view everything that you do. Every task becomes different the way you think about what you're ultimately trying to accomplish for somebody else. And so, well, let me ask you this, you guys. I know I said I have one more last question. It is, how can people get a hold of you? You're in our Arizona office. You're in our Scottsdale, the beautiful Scottsdale flagship office down there. But if any of our agents or other agents want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that? How can they reach you?
So my phone number, probably best with calls, text. It's 602-702-2025. It's a whole lot of O2s. 602-702-2025. And then
I prefer calls. I love to hear the voice. I love to hear what's going on. You can get a lot through someone's voice. Mine's 602-341-1679. And my phone is always on. At midnight, at 4 in the morning, at 10 in the morning, or in the afternoon. I love hearing your voice.
Awesome. Well, Scotty, Charles, I want to thank you both so much. First and foremost, thanks for being friends to me. You guys have become great friends. I always love seeing you. I appreciate everything you're doing, not just for the company, but just for people, for everyone around you. You do make a difference. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time today and being a part of this crazy family we have here at Berkshire. So appreciate y'all. And I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
We'll see you later.
See you guys.